Hello everybody, this is my presentation on every GD main level explained. Now, why did I make this video? Well, I want to branch out on content. Obviously I still want to make GD content, but I want to make different types of GD content. And also I genuinely enjoyed making this video. So expect random content like this until I decide on a singular part of content. Okay, well, without further ado, let's begin. Of course we have Stereo Madness. It's the first level of the game, and it's probably the first level you'll ever play in Geometry Dash, if you're normal. It introduces everything to the game, all the basics. It also introduces triple spikes, because hooray. This is a great starter level for everybody. You know, there's coins and stuff, and a really clever third coin. And, everybody should enjoy this level, even the triple spikes. Now we have Back on Track, which is the easiest level and the hardest main level simultaneously, or hardest level in the game ever simultaneously. So this introduces the jump pad, it's a thing that makes you jump higher than normal, but you don't have to click to jump. And that's pretty much the only thing different from Stereo Madness. Also, there's no triples. Great. Number 3, Poltergeist. So, this level introduces the jump orb, or jump ring if you're a psychopath. So, as a very infamous third coin, known for being top 30 ILL, being harder than some levels like Thinking Space 9 and Bloodbath 8. Totally real levels that exist. It is often confused with Poltergeist, as you can see here. Even I messed up a bit. Totally, intentionally. Well, now we got a level that's not very wet at all. And that is, of course, Dry Out. It has banger music, and you go upside down. It's also dry, and it makes you want to get out, even though the level is pretty good. It also has some really cool coins. But yes, this introduces the upside down mechanic, very, very revolutionary to the game. It's another core mechanic. And, of course, I can't forget to mention it's dry. Oh, did I mention there's an upside down portal as well? Well, I got the most forgettable level, base after base. This doesn't really introduce anything new. Instead, it's just a skill test of everything you learned so far. The upside down sections are harder, the ship parts are a bit harder, and it has the worst coins in existence. And that's why this level is so forgettable. Well, we got a level they just can't let go of. Can't let go. It's like base after base, but actually good. This time, there's no apostrophe because spelling. It's a banger level, it's a banger gameplay, and it's a better skill test. The ship parts are actually significantly harder. The jumps are a bit more complex. There's some jumps in the early areas that leave you less room for error with the spikes near it. And of course the infamous upside down section. It's great. Now level, they just can't stop jumping. Jumper. This time, it's mostly just upside down practice. There's a lot of complex jumps you have to make, even in upside down. And you also get to experiment the upside down ship, which is great. It's amazing. Absolutely preposterous. It was a final exam of Update 1.0. But of course, they traveled forward in time for a new level to appear with a new mechanic. Time Machine! This level has been spiked with triples. And there's also the Mirror Portal, which is the most used mechanic in the game as of now. It's always been the most used mechanic in the game. Don't trust what they tell you. Yeah, so this level was pretty notorious for being very hard. It's not very easy. It's actually pretty hard. And of course, not easy either. Now we got a level that makes you go in cycles. That is, of course, cycles. What do you think? This introduces a new game mode to the game. Of course, the ball. It has even more triple spikes, but most of the triple spikes are easier, and of course, it's cycles. It has some pretty hard ball timings near the end, and of course that one ship part where you just go up and down, but it's also pretty cool. The second coin is also really cool, and the third coin is also really cool, and the first coin is impossible because of doggy. Well, let's go to the X step. Okay, these are getting lame. I like to think of this as a big skill test because it doesn't really add much else to the thing. Okay, actually no, they added blue orbs and blue pads, but I forgot while making this presentation. It's also a sight reading challenge near the end, which is honestly cool. You know, it's X. You know, X is a very cool letter. Except when Elon Musk renamed Twitter to X. That was not cool. Well, Clutterfunk. None other than level where you use your balls to navigate through sharp, pointy balls. But there's also the mini portal, which I also forgot to mention. So, you're going through this level as your little balls go through the big, shiny, pointy balls. Shiny? What am I talking about? But yeah, it was a fun level, and when I was a child, when it was first released, I thought funk was a bad word. So cool. Alright guys, we got Toe. It introduces the UFO game mode and the pink orb and pink pad. The ones where you jump a little bit. And the UFO, now you could recreate Flappy Bird, hooray. It created the theory of everything, get it? Because theory of everything, UFO, it's a mystery. I just realized this while making this video. That's actually crazy. Well, let's move on to part 2, Electric Boogaloo. It's Electroman Adventures. Like, come on. You know, it's banger music. It's Electric Boogaloo, of course. It's cool too. It's cool part 2, Electric Boogaloo again. And it's also Breakin' Electric Boogaloo. You know, it's a lot, very electric. It has electro in the name. Introduces a new decoration style. Also breaking blocks. And a really good first coin that tests your mastery on these breaking blocks. And the one that everybody totally uses. Okay, it's useful for platformer mode. Well, next level, we're clubbing the step with Club Step. It's the first demon level, giving you 14 stars. It requires 10 secret coins to unlock, and has a lot of fakes. And you're clubbing the step. Also, it's funny how my hardest level is Silentium Gradas, which is just Club Step if it was like Blade of Justice difficulty. So it's really funny. Honestly, I think Silentium Gradas was part of my dream demon because I always wanted to beat Silent Club Step, but you know, it's too hard. And Silentium Gradas is just a level lower than Silent Club Step. So I'm satisfied with my hardest. Even though I have a whole 3 extreme demons. Okay, well, enough Club Step yap. Oh yeah, there's also Chomp Step. You know, this level's great. It was my first ever demon, surprisingly. I don't know how. Okay, guys, it is Electrodynamics. You go super fast. It's Demon in Disguise. Some great music. It's the only level where you can die in 99%. And it's part 3, Electric Boogaloo, but it's overcharged. So it's an overcharged Electric Boogaloo, guys. No way. Now, why is a sub there, you may ask? Well, of course, it's to like and subscribe, baby. We're trying to reach 800 subscribers. Okay, but seriously though, like, if you're genuinely enjoying this content, like I did making this, then it would be great if you can subscribe because I really want to make more presentations like this. It was so fun to make. It's much better than just me being on my phone and doom scrolling. So help me, please. Okay, we got Hexagon Force. This level introduces the dual portal and the slow portal. So let's start with the dual portal. Basically, now you control 2 characters at once using the same button. This allows you to do some insane and interesting asymmetrical duels, which Hexagon Force has some, including at the very beginning with the choke point that many people seem to not figure out because they're idiots. The majority of the GD community are idiots. They're all idiots. This level is pretty fun. Perhaps. Maybe. Well, now you have Blast Processing, where you blast the process. This level and Hexagon Force both introduce slopes, which does not make sense because two levels cannot introduce the same thing, so Hexagon Force is the one that introduced slopes. Well, Blast Processing introduced the main purpose of these slopes, being of course the wave game mode. Imagine the wave without any slopes. Imagine how would that look. Well, yeah, the wave is the community's most favorite game mode. It's also the easiest. Hope. Now we got Toes Part 2. I'm not gonna say it. Well, it's second demon. It's Toe, but it's 2. It's also harder than Toe 1. It also requires 20 coins to unlock. And this level is a pretty good demon. It's like Clubstep overcharged. It's a lot more fakes, but it's also more skill based than Clubstep. A bit more, I'd say. Geometrical Dominator. This introduces the robot. And now I know why it's called Geometrical Dominator, because he geometrically dominates in geometry. I mean, look at his parts. Oh yeah, of course you can't forget the color rainbow part, which everybody struggles on because everybody has dementia and they can't remember anything. Well, did you know Geometry Dash was inspired by a true story about a place and a man named Geometry Dash, who had become imprisoned in a game, and I can't read the rest. Anyways, deadlocked. The level where you lock yourself in a room because you're raging about how you can't beat this level every time you die. Anyways, you need 30 coins. Not 20, not 10, not 40, not 300, but 30. It is the true, actual, real final finale, final exam, final test. It is the hardest main level in the game and rewards 15 stars. And it uses the fast wave, some pretty tight ships, and a lot of memory parts. Overall, this is a great all-rounder for the final demon in the game. Until Explorers comes out. If it comes out. Hope. Finger Dash 2.1 was crazy. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that 2.0 added moving objects? I forgot to say that. Oops. Well, Finger Dash. It added the dash orb, the red orbs and pads. Not the 4x speed portal. That was not in Finger Dash. That's not in any of the main levels. And of course, the spider. Now, 2.1 was revolutionary. So many new decoration stuff. And so many new other things. And now, the final main level of the game. Dash. Not including towers, of course. So, this is what 2.2 is now. Of course, we got the swing. Originally known as the Swingcopter, but Swingcopter was already a game made by the same person who made Flappy Bird. Fun fact. I totally didn't take that from GD Colon. Well, yeah, we have the swing. It's a swing. It's probably the least favorite game mode in the community. And of course, the Dash Spider. Well, that is all. Thank you guys for attending my presentation. Well, not to brag, but being in the top 101 in the nation in high school, almost top 100, I'm so annoyed about that. But yes, taking an AP seminar class in that school. What am I saying? I literally take every class in the school, bro. What am I talking about? Well, anyways, that class is about like presenting and essays, and you can clearly see that class paid off. So you see these amazing presentation skills. Well, goodbye.